First and foremost, I'm going to have a link down below in the description box to Icy Vein's version of the Earth Bear Landslide Caster Druid, which is only B rated. This is like post-campaign / endgame. But this is my own build that I've been playing with without looking at any outside interference or influence whatsoever. I have been struggling like a mad bastard on my druid. Recently, I came up with this thing. I've been playing around with it. It's a work in progress, okay? There's probably a lot that you can shit on with this build. I don't care. But since I've been level 60, I'm about to hit 63. I've been doing dungeons, strongholds, and all this shit on tier 4. You could look underneath the minimap. I'm on tier 4. I'm about to hit 63 now, and you could see the level of everybody. The minimum is pretty much 73. So, I can still die, but I can get shit done. So I just want to show you quickly. Don't even look at the spirit boons, to be honest with you. I actually have to change this. This is just like the basic shit that I have, and then I'll just kind of show you my gear really quick. So I run with one Earth Spike, Enhanced, and then Wild Earth Spike for the basic, okay? Then for my core, that's from gear. Don't even touch that. From my core, I've got 9 out of 5 Landslide. I maxed it out to 5 out of 5, but I have some gear that overpowers it. Enhanced, and then I went with Primal Landslide. 1 into Maximum Spirit from Heart of the Wild. Maxed out Abundance, which makes basic skills generate 18% more spirit. Okay. Down here I have Predatory Instinct. Critical strikes against close enemies increased by 6. You'd be surprised how generous that close enemy thing is and how far enemies have to be. Iron Fur, you gain 9% reduction while you're in werebear form, and this persists for 3 seconds. Later, going down to the defensive skills, I only have physically put 1 point into Earthen Bulwark, Enhanced, and then Preserving Earthen Bulwark. 5 out of 5 Cyclone Armor, Enhanced Cyclone Armor, Innate Cyclone Armor. Okay, so that's for my defensive. Then 1 into Ancestral Fortitude, increase your non-physical resistances by 5. And then Vigilance, 15% damage reductions for 6 seconds after using a defensive skill. And that is it, excuse me, for the defensive. No companions. When it comes to Wrath skills, 1 point into while in werebear form, you receive 5% additional healing. 5 out of 5 Trample, Enhanced, Natural Trample. Okay. 1 point into Crushing Earth, 5% increased damage to slowed, stun, immobilized, or knocked back enemies. I could probably put more points into that, but again, work in progress here. Safeguard, 1 rank. Critical strikes with Earth skills fortify you for 2%. I could probably get rid of that or buff it more. And 2 into Stone Guard. While you're fortified over 50% of your maximum life, your Earth skills deal 8% increased damage. Still kind of playing around with that there. Okay. I'm not too sure what I want to do with that. In the ultimate over here, I've got Defiance maxed out. Nature Magic deals 12% increased damage to elites. This one is an absolute game changer. Circle of Life. Nature Magic, which is what I do a lot with this build. Nature Magic, that consumes spirit, heals you for 3% of your maximum life. And then Grizzly Rage is my ultimate. Okay. And then for my key passive, Earth and Might, Earth skills have a 5% chance to restore all your spirit, cause your attacks to be granted critical strikes for 5 seconds, and all this shit. So that's kind of that. I am not touching the Paragon tree at all. I don't know enough about it to talk to you about it. So, but this is kind of like the base of, you know, of that. Why this works. Well, Vasily's prayer It's a helm where your earth skills are also now werebear skills and fortify you. So basically when I do earth skills, this is what happens and turns me into a bear. I don't have the chest piece that's unique that keeps you in bear. I got two that turn you and keep you into a werewolf permanently, which is the other build I'll be working on. So that's what makes me turn into a bear, and that's a huge game changer. You get this from tier 3 and tier 4, just playing the game. This is because I like the skill. Cyclone Armor makes it so that it also provides physical damage, and it's also applied to all nearby allies. They don't need to be in a party with you, so they all get that, you know, that tornado-looking thing that swirls around that for whatever reason right now is not swirling around. It's a visual glitch. It doesn't look like it's even on me, but it is. It's definitely a glitch because it's there most of the time. If I unequip it... Oh, there. See, now it's there. Yeah, see, now it's there. Anyhow. So that's pretty cool. There's other stuff, too. There's other aspects that make it so that you get increased armor, damage reduction. Then I have damage from earth skills. Slow enemies hit by 45% for 5 seconds. But I also have it so that people that are slowed down take more damage, right? The duration of earthen bulwark is increased by 6 seconds. To me, that's just massive. Because you put up the shield and then you trample. That's like a big, big thing. Because with this build and this gear and these aspects, I basically get 12 fucking waves of landslide. It's just disgusting. Okay, so that to me, I would say is a must. And this one's subjective. You know, when you have Fortify, your earth skills gain +2 ranks. That can't hurt. This is the bread and butter of the build, a big part of it. My landslides basically strike a second time and then do an additional 16%. Unfortunately, this has to be found on gear and cannot be found in your Codex of Power or whatever it's called. I think something is trying to kick my ass. I'm going to run over here and hide because that's what I do. I hide. The other piece that's super crucial is this aspect here of the Trampled Earth. Trample now summons 6 landslide pillars of earth during its duration and deals 119% normal damage. Trample is also a nature magic and earth skill, so we get that benefit from, you know, the nature magic and doing extra damage. So combine that trample with that, and it's 12, it's insane. And, you know, I'll eventually finally get to show you some fucking gameplay there. Yeah, core skills, you know, that hit 5 or more enemies. You know, you'll get 35% of the resource cost refund. That's not, like, necessary. That was just a cool ring that I got. I don't even have an aspect on that one. Now, if we look at the Codex of Power, the duration of Earthen Bulwark, see, that one can be a permanent, at least just to get that duration to last longer. You don't always have to be extracting it. See, damage from earth skills, slow enemies, hit. You can do that one too, so they don't hit you as fast. Crowd-controlled enemy, there's up to a 30% chance it'll spread. I don't really like that one. Basic skills, gain 15% attack speed. Obviously, the ones in the codex here are going to be the weaker ones. This can be an alright codex, in my opinion. Some other ones that are notable is this one again. When you have Fortify, your earth skills gain 2 ranks. I've never seen one with higher ranks than that. This one I like. This one's amazing. The whole Cyclone Armor provides physical damage reduction and spreads it to others. I did not know that could be found in a dungeon. And there's some other ones here that I don't have. See, gain... No, that's not one of them. Distant enemies. Nope. Nope. There's another one here that was kind of decent. This one, this can come from gear, which will have better stats. Remember that your Codex of Power, these can be used an unlimited amount of times, the ones that you get in the dungeon, but the better versions of them come off of gear. So here it says, like, gain 0.25% increased armor for 4 seconds when you deal any form of damage, stacking up to 25%. But I have some that's like you gain 0.50 and stacking up to 50%, okay, form of damage. That can be a good one, I think, with this weird build. Basic skills grant 20% damage reduction. That I absolutely want to get. I think I have some that are higher than that, but I don't want to waste them yet because I'm still leveling up. That one can be great if you feel you're too squishy. So this, again, a defensive one, I would probably most definitely would look into that one and the other one that I showed you where it reduces a percentage of damage. So you can kind of just look and I'm sure you'll be able to... What the hell is going on here? So now that we're so many minutes into this thing, I figure, you know what? Let's just get right into it. I actually want to unlock that aspect, so I'm going to go ahead and travel. I'm looking at how many minutes I'm in. Wow, 11 minutes. I mean, I just didn't feel comfortable making this really any shorter. I don't know how to make it so I can link my build online and all this bullshit. I'm just not sure how to do that. But this basically saved me. This build with these types of aspects. It made it so that not only can I do tier 4, I was actually a couple of days ago, maybe 3 days ago, I was struggling with doing tier 1 strongholds. I couldn't beat any bosses or elites. It was really terrible. Like, I mean, it was really, really bad. And then I got really cocky, came to tier 4 at level... well, a while ago, but I've been able since 60, 61, about 13 levels below. I've been able to do okay in here, and that's what I want to showcase. You don't have to have the best build. Now, some dungeons are harder than others, right? Depending on, is there a lot of poison and lightning, and how are your resistances and shit like that, right? Like, that can make a huge, huge, huge effing difference. So keep that in mind. I could end up sucking in this dungeon, but then plowing through another one. And again, this is not a, ooh, look at me, I'm special. This is just to show you that I can fucking hang in here. Again, that lightning can be rough, so sometimes you might have to walk around for a second, work on that cooldown. Don't be shy to pop a potion, and as you're slapping people, you're healing yourself. Trust me, before this would have been absolutely insane. I wouldn't have been able to do this. Now that's just one enemy. Oh. We're getting goosey here. And there's an elite that just dropped like a bag of shit. So now that you've kinda, sorta seen it... hold on a second. Yeah, it's okay. The red stuff. It can hit hard. That's perfectly fine. Maybe I'll have a moment to explain. So basically, when it comes to the abilities here, and we go to skill assignment, because I always forget the names. Earth Spike is your, like, basic generator, right, for earth magic. It builds up spirit, and then you dump all that spirit with Landslide. That's what makes you go ba-ba-boom, ba-ba-boom, right? where it does it twice. So that's like your main thing. You go like this, you build that spirit, and then you dump it. The Cyclone armor makes people vulnerable. And then from there, if you want, you can pop your shield, and then you can trample. Like, that's just ridiculous. And then obviously the ultimate there, which I completely forget the name of. Grizzly Rage. Shapeshift into an unstoppable werebear. For 12.5 seconds, gaining 20% bonus damage and 20% damage reduction. And damage bonus is increased by 3% each second while in this form, and kills extended duration by 1 second. So that's what that does. Okay? So all in all, I'm enjoying this. Like I said, I can get through content. And when I'm 70 or 73, and I'm somewhere even in the vicinity of being their level, what's going to be really fun is I won't even have to upgrade my gear. I could literally keep this gear, because if I'm still able to kill them now, imagine what's going to happen when I'm 10 levels higher and I'm actually their level. There's even things that can make it so that your ultimate... See, this can happen. Make them vulnerable. Pop a potion. Move away. You see what I mean? Because I got myself in a little bit of a semi-wonky situation. We can see that I'm taking a lot of damage. I actually almost died there. It happens. I never said this was a god build. And to be honest, this damage, or this dungeon, for me is much more lethal. Than some other ones I've done. But you can hang in here. You can do it. You can make it happen. You can run around. Don't be shy. Wait for those cooldowns. And then be like, alright, bitch. Let's do this. And then make sure you get out of the way. So how I came across making this build was I was working on builds I would see on Icy Veins, but I wasn't able to get the gear. And I got this weird gear and I was like, oh, I'm a bear. Yeah, that's gonna work. Let's do nature magic while I'm shooting fucking landslides as a bear. But I forced myself to read my skills for the most part, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and make this work. This one I would strongly suggest. Personally, I'm going to have my specialty so that I can have the 2 boons activated on the snake. And I'm going to have it so that critical strikes with shape-shifting skills heal you for 3%. And do Calm Before the Storm nature magic, which is what we do a lot of, right? Have a 10% chance to reduce the cooldown of your ultimate skill by 2 seconds so that we can pop into that Grizzly Rage or whatever the hell it is more often. This is terrible that it's been 20 minutes. I'm not expecting anybody to, you know what I mean, to watch the whole thing. But it's what I do on my channel. I mean, I play games, I see shit, I experience shit, and then I think to myself, you know what? I want to share with people what I'm experiencing. Because I was about to flat out give up on my druid. So again, I know I'm 63 and I'm only 10 levels under them. But considering I started this at 60, This is proof that at 70 or 73, when I'm their level, even with the same gear, they're not going to get any stronger. They scale with you, but I'm still, like I said, way below. So you got to keep that in mind. It's going to be an absolute cakewalk. Yes, that was rough. Excuse me. There's no denying that. But I made it, is my point. And again, I'm 63. I've been doing this since 60. The mobs are 73 in Tier 4. Okay? I think that's actually a good way to end this video. I think this kind of showed or proved that this can work. And maybe it'll work for you if you happen to have some of those aspects. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel. You didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. We'll bend it in half, twist it, and break off one of these tentacle things. Whatever those are, living branches right off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.